Right, welcome back to another game of Precision Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of this game. And in this game, we're going to finish out our 3-game set at Network Associates Coliseum in Oakland, California, between the Seattle Mariners and the Oakland A's. This is a game played April 3rd, 2003. And let's run through the lineups very quickly. Ichiro is leading off for Seattle. Randy Wynn in left is hitting second. Edgar Martinez, the DH, is hitting third. Brett Boone is playing second and cleaning up. Mike Cameron is in center field. He's the fifth hitter. Greg Colburn gets a start at first base for John Olerud. Jeff Cirillo plays third. He's hitting seventh. Ben Davis is hitting eighth and catching. And Willie Bloomquist gets the start at short. Joel Pinheiro is going to be on the mound. Right-hander, can go 28 for his stamina. And for the hometown A's, it's Mark Ellis leading off, playing second. Hatterberg is at first and hitting second. Tejada is at short, hitting third. Eric Chavez is hitting fourth and playing third base. Jermaine Dye is in right field, hitting sixth. Rubiel Durazo is the DH. He's hitting sixth. Dye is hitting fifth. Terrence Long in left field, hitting seventh. Ramon Hernandez is catching and hitting eighth. And Eric Burns gets a start in center field. He is batting ninth. On the mound is Mark Mulder, one of the big three. So you've actually seen those: Huddy, Zito, and now Mulder. Big three for Oakland, and this was a terrific year for him, about a 3.45 FIP. And left-handed pitcher, he can go 29. He's really good against righties, and he's better than average against lefties. So let's get this one kicked off. I did a real slow play with the last one that I did between these two teams, so now I'm just going to play it normal, straight up, like I normally do. And actually, when I play this game, I actually talk through everything because it just helps me to know. So it's whatever I'm doing with you is basically what I'm doing every time I play this game. So let's get this going. It'll be Suzuki, Wynn, and Martinez for Seattle. Top of the first inning. So Mulder is a -1 against lefties. Suzuki is a +6, so that makes him a 1-15 to control. And off Suzuki's card, a 574 against a lefty is going to be a strikeout. So it's been a tough series for Ichiro. He's not been able to get on base and not been able to use his speed. He's the best base runner and stealer on the team. So next up, sorry, it takes me a minute to get into the flow of the game. Randy Wynn. So Randy Wynn is a +3. And then Mulder is pitching, he's a right-hander since he's a switch hitter. So a -5 and a +3 is a -2. So 1, 2, 8. So that's going to come off of Randy Wynn's card. 0.85 is going to be a ground ball against the lefty. That grounder goes to second, and the play is made by the second baseman. So 2 quick outs for Mulder. And into the box stands Edgar Martinez, big right-handed batter. He is going to be a even Steven here. So this comes off Mulder's card. 143 against a righty is a grounder. And this one also goes to the second baseman. And this one is also picked up, and a good throw to first from Ellis. And that's going to be out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning for Mark Mulder in the first. We go to the bottom of the first. It is scoreless, and it'll be Ellis, Hatterberg, and Tejada. So Pinheiro, -3 against lefties, -2 against righties, and excellent year, about a 4.385, 3.9 FIP, and doesn't strike out a lot of guys, 17%, and he does struggle with walks at times. So we'll see if that hurts him here. So against a righty, this is going to be a 1-11 for the batter. So this comes off of the pitcher card. 242 against a righty is going to be a fly ball. And that fly ball goes to the catcher. It's popped up to the catcher, and that's going to be out number 1. As the catcher, Davis, puts it away. One down, and the lefty, Scott Hatteberg, stands in. So Hatteberg is going to be a 1-13 for controls. This is off of his card. 743 against a righty is going to be a walk. So that's into his walk range. And Hatteberg standing at first. He's a -1 to steal. That's not great. Davis is a +3, and Pinheiro is Pinheiro. He is a -1, so that makes them a +2. So minus, what did I say? -1 minus a +2 is a -3, and that's not a good stealing second base. That's not good for stealing second. So runner at first base, and Miguel Tejada is to the plate. Tejada is going to be a 1-14 to control, and he does. So a 192 off his card is going to be a ground ball, and that grounder is going to go to short. And the play is made at short. Let's see what happens on the play. The runner at first, a 993. 993 is going to be a 6-3 put out, so the only play is to first base, and the runner is going to advance on the fielder's choice. So we go 6-3 on the put out. That's out number 2. That's a terrible 2. And the A's have a runner in scoring position. He doesn't run particularly well. Definitely not running if you're hitting it to right field. This will come off Pinheiro's card, and a 145 against a lefty is going to be a grounder. That ground ball goes to short. Picked up at short, and let's see what happens on the play with a runner at second. 359 to shortstop, and a runner at second. 6-3 is the put out, and that's going to be the end of the inning. So the walk doesn't hurt Pinheiro, and we go to the top of the second inning, still scoreless in this game. We've had a couple of really well-pitched games. So first game was 4-2, and the second game was 3-2. The same Brett Boone coming up. He had a 2-run homer in the 8th to give Seattle the lead in that one. 15, this is going to come off of Mulder's card. And a 953 is going to be a hit off the pitcher card. 338 off a right-hander is going to be a single. That's going to be a ground ball down the right field line. Brett Boone runs at a +2. So we can see in right field is Jermaine Dye. He's a -3. So Brett Boone is going to try for second base and taking an extra base. And whenever the base runner's run is better than the player's range plus arm, you have to use the outfield arm chart. So he's a -4 arm, so 31 to 100, and he gets him. 246 is not in the range. So hustling out of the box, Brett Boone turns that into a hustle double. So nice job by him using his speed to get there. Dye not with a strong arm out in right field. Brings up Mike Cameron with a man at second base and nobody out. This comes off of Mulder's card. A 618 to a righty is going to be a strikeout. So Mulder pulls out the K. And that's going to bring up Greg Colbran. Colbran getting his first action of this 2003 season. Not a good hitter. -1 against lefties. And then Mulder against righties is a -5. So he's only a 1-4 to control. So even with the 7, this is going to come off of Mulder's card. 583 against a lefty is going to be another strikeout. Second strikeout of the game for Mark Mulder. And that brings up Jeff Cirillo. Cirillo against lefties is a +1. He's still down 4 though, so 1-6 will be control for the batter. It's not. This is going to come off Mulder's card though as a hit. So the hit is going to be 877 against the lefty. That's a double. And it will be a line drive into left center field. The double's picked up by the left fielder. And that's going to score Brett Boone from second. And an RBI double. Let's see if there's an error. 193, possible error on the center fielder. I don't think so though. He's a 0, so there's no error on the play. And Seattle jumps out to the lead. 1-0 in the top of the second on a Jeff Cirillo double into left center field. Brings up Ben Davis. Ben Davis is a 0 against lefties. He's a 1-5 for control. So it's off Mulder's card. 615 is going to be, he's hitting right-handed, so that's going to be a strikeout. So Mulder strikes out the side, but in between he gives up a couple of doubles and the first run of the game. So Seattle leads 1-0 over Oakland. In the bottom of the inning, Oakland's going to send up Dye, Durazo, and Long against Joel Pinheiro. Pinheiro at 23. So Jermaine Dye against a right-hander is a -1. Pinheiro is a -2. So that makes him a 1-7 to control. So this is off of his card. 441 against a righty is going to be a fly ball. And that fly ball goes out to right field, and it is a can of corn. So Ichiro under it makes the catch, gets it back in, and the next batter, Rubio Durazo, stands in. Durazo with a home run in game 1 turned out to be the game winner. Pinheiro against a lefty is a -3. Durazo is a +5, so that makes him a 1-12 to control, and he does an 830 against a righty is going to be a base hit for Durazo as he hits a ground ball down the left field line. He runs at a +1. So left fielder is a -1 with a 0 arm, and Durazo is going to try to get to second base with a hustle double. A 101 to 210 is what Durazo needs to throw him out, and it's a 0.52. That's not going to work, and Durazo, hustling out of the box, winds up at second base, and that's going to be a runner in scoring position with 1 out for the A's. Terrence Long to the plate. Long against righties is a +4. Pinheiro is a -3, so that makes him a 1-11. The batter to control. 789 against a righty. 789. That's going to be another base hit. This is a blooper down the right field line. Long runs pretty well, but I don't think we're going to do anything there. So we got a single there. We got to check the base runner advancement. I'm not going to run on Ichiro, but we're going second to home. Seattle is cautious, and Oakland is aggressive, and our runner is a +1. So +1 down the right field line. It's my choice. Durazo is a +1 and Suzuki is a +15, so that's going to be all on Durazo. Let's go ahead and send him and be aggressive since the team is aggressive going second to home. We're going to force him to throw him out. And when the base runner's running value is smaller or less than the outfielder, then we're going to use the base running. So it's this one here. So 211 to 840 will be safe. It's a 256, and he is just in there under the tag. Good throw by Ichiro. But Durazo's going to score from second, and then we'll check our trail runner to see what happens on the play with him. So trail runner advancement is also aggressive. He's a +1. And the trail runner aggressive +1 throw to home is an advance. So Long moves up on the throw to home. And the game is tied at 1 now, bottom of the second inning. And a runner back in scoring position with only 1 out. And Ramon Hernandez to the plate. Pinheiro against a righty. This is going to be a 1-12 for control for Hernandez. 941 is smacked. And that's going to be a line drive into left center field. That gets all the way to the wall. Picked up by the center fielder. And that's going to drive in the run from second. So another double here in the inning. That was a single with the fielder's choice. And this is going to be a double. Drives in the run from second base. We'll see if there's an error out there on the center fielder. No error on the play. I don't know if I'll move that or not. But Pinheiro getting smacked around pretty good in this one. He's given up 2 runs here in the bottom of the second inning. And another runner in scoring position as they have another guy at second base with only 1 out. This is Eric Burnsy, first action of the season. Against righties, he's a +2, and Pinheiro is a -2, so they're even Steven. 11-20 controls goes to the pitcher. 670 against a righty is going to be a strikeout. Pinheiro gets his first K, and that was pretty timely strikeout there with a man at second base and the inning threatening to fall apart. Like I said, Pinheiro only about a 17% K percentage, which is average. And up stands Mark Ellis. He popped out in his first at bat. He's already back around in the second inning. He's going to be a 1-11 to control. A 466 against a righty. A 466 will be a line drive. That liner goes to center field and caught in center field for the third out of the inning. That's Mike Cameron out in center. So no need to check anything when it's the third out. But Oakland puts up 2 runs in the bottom of the second as they answer Seattle's run in the top of the second, and they now lead 2-1. It'll be Willie Bloomquist and then back to the top with Ichiro. Bloomquist against lefties is a 0. Mulder's a -5 against righties, so that's what is that, 1, 2, 6 to control. So this is off Mulder's card. 739 though is going to be a walk against a righty. So Mulder walks the leadoff man. Bloomquist a 0 for his stealing. Hernandez is a +2. Mulder is a +3, so no one's going anywhere. You're going to have to at least be a +5 stealing, and really maybe Randy Wynn has a shot to steal a base, but probably nobody's stealing in this game. Not against that battery, not till Mulder's out. So we got a runner at first, and I didn't take anything off here. Got a runner at first, Ichiro to the plate. Ichiro is a +5. So he's going to get control of the at-bat. A 405 against a lefty is going to be a fly ball. That fly ball goes to right field, and possible error on the play. The right fielder is Jermaine Dye. He's a +1. We have a 0.81, and that's no error as Jermaine Dye makes the catch. We'll look at the runner advancement. So fly ball to right field with a runner at first. That's all on me. Guy runs at a -1, and our right fielder is a -4. I guess that's possible, but not probable. So we'll leave him at first base. Brings up Randy Wynn. When hitting right-handed against Mulder. So he is going to be a 1-9 for control. He gets control of the at-bat, 864. What is that? That's going to be a single for Randy Wynn. That's actually an infield hit. So the runner will move up to second base. We got runners at first and second now for Edgar Martinez. A little bit of hot water here for Mulder. And Martinez against lefties is a +5. Mulder is a -5, so this comes off Mulder's card. 792, that's going to be a hit. And Edgar with a base hit. That's going to be a blooper into right center field. It's picked up by the right fielder, Dye. So everyone kind of moves up. Let's see if there's let's see if Bloomquist scores. Second to home, they're cautious. He is a -1, and we've hit it to right center field. So you can see here it's my choice. And because Dye has a -3, let's go ahead and try to score from second on that little blooper. It's all up to Dye to throw him out. He's got a -4 arm, so 31 to 100. And he is going to be safe at the plate. So coming around to score on that single is going to be Bloomquist. That'll be an RBI single. A jam job by Edgar Martinez. And then we got to see if Randy Wynn makes it to third. What would that be? That would be trail runners advancing, right? So the throw goes all the way to home. They're cautious. He's a +4. Throw to home, he's going to advance. And what about Edgar Martinez? He's a -8, so he's going to be a hold as a trail runner. It's going to be a hold. So just kind of look at the trail runners and see if they advance or not. So Randy Wynn is going to advance on the throw to the plate. Edgar Martinez will stay at first base, but he does have an RBI single. It's now tied at 2. And Brett Boone to the plate. Boone already with a double and a run scored in this one. Against lefties, he's a +4. Mulder's a -5, so he's a 1-9 for control. So this off Mulder's card, 519. Against a righty, a 519 is a liner. 280 is a line drive to left field. Possible error, 180. The left fielder is Terrence Long. He's a 0 error. So no error on the play, and he's going to make the catch. So we'll go L7 on the put at that. That's 2 outs. And we'll check the line drive advancement, if any. So fly ball to left field. Runners at first and third, so there's a possibility of some runner advancement. 843. It's going to be my choice. Randy Wynn's at third. He runs at a +4. Terrence Long throws at a -3, so this is going to be all on Terrence Long to throw him out at the plate. Let's see, 31 to 100. Randy Wynn will be out at the plate. It's not, and so Randy Wynn is going to be safe on the sac fly. So, gonna get in. Gonna get an RBI there on the sacrifice fly for Brett Boone, and Seattle now has a 3-2 lead. Edgar Martinez, pretty sure he's not gonna advance anywhere. In fact, we've seen that already. He's not going to advance on the throw, so he's going to stay at first base. And that'll bring up Mike Cameron. Cameron struck out his first time. He's going to get control of the at-bat here. A 154. It's a grounder. Right back to the pitcher, and Mulder's going to make the play. Let's see what happens on the play. We got a runner at first base, and to the pitcher, 454 with a runner at first, 1-3 on the putout. 2 outs. So 2 runs come in the top of the third, and Seattle takes the 3-2 lead right back from Oakland. Brings up Scott Hatteberg, Tejada, and Chavez against Joel Pinheiro. Hatteberg a lefty, -3, and a +6 is a 1-13. So 0.99 though is going to be a grounder. That goes to first base. Possible error on the first baseman, 187. Colburn is at first. That's no error. And he's going to toss it to the pitcher for out number 1. Brings up Miguel Tejada. Tejada, this is going to come off the pitcher card. 228 is going to be a fly ball that goes to center field, and no problem in center field as Cameron makes the catch. That'll be out number 2. 2 quick ones here in the bottom of the third as Pinheiro tries to provide a shutdown inning for the M's. Pinheiro against Chavez is going to be a 1-13 for control for Chavez. 210 off of his card is going to be a fly ball that goes out to right field. Possible error on the right fielder, 0.19. Ichiro is a +2. Oh, 1-16 is an error, but we have a 19, so no error on the plate, and that will be the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Joel Pinheiro, who comes back with a shutdown inning against the A's. And we go to the top of the fourth. 3-2 is our score. Greg Colburn, Jeff Cirillo, and Ben Davis for the M's. This will be off Mulder's card. It's a 17 and a 113 is going to be a ground ball. That grounder goes to second base, and no problem at second as Ellis makes a good throw to first. That'll be out number 1. And that brings up Jeff Cirillo. Cirillo with an RBI double in his last at-bat. Drove in Brett Boone. 15 is going to come off of Mulder's card. 9-14 though is going to be a hit off the pitcher. And the hit will be a single, and that's a line drive into center field. Let's see if there's an error on the hit. 180, possible error on the center fielder. He's a 0, but that's no error. So Burnsy picks it up and gets it back in, but that's going to be a base knock into center. Brings up Ben Davis. Cirillo now 2 for 2. Davis with a strikeout in his last at-bat. Against a lefty is a 0. Against a righty is a -5. So 1, 2, 5. But this comes off of Mulder's card. 7.99, another hit as he leaves the ball out over the plate. And this is trouble. 841 against a lefty. Ben Davis crushes the ball. He's got an 895 OPS. He slugs at a 561, and he tags this one. This is going to be into the stands in left center field, and that is long gone. A 2-run shot for Ben Davis, and that extends the Mariners' lead to 5-2. So Mulder getting rocked here in his first start of the season. Ben Davis handling the business. Brings up Willie Bloomquist. Comes off of Willie's card, 535. Against the lefty is going to be a liner. That's a line drive into center field. Possible error, 147. No error there, though. So the play is made in center field by Eric Burns. That's out number 2. And we have 2 down here in the top of the 4th. It's now 5-2, Seattle over Oakland. The 2-run homer by Davis. Ichiro back to the plate. He is a 1-15 to control, so it's off his card. 838, he finally is going to get on base, I think. 838 is going to be a base hit. And that is his first hit of the season. A ground ball into left center field. The ball is picked up by the left fielder. And Ichiro runs at a +3. The left fielder is long. He's a -4 to get to the ball. So Ichiro's going to try for second here. It is, the onus is on Terrence Long, who's a -3. So 31 to 100, he gets him. Otherwise, he's going to be safe. Oh, almost 133. Very close play at second, but Ichiro slides in safely with a leadoff, well, I guess a semi-leadoff double, a 2-out double, and puts himself in scoring position. Randy Wynn, a single in his last at-bat. This comes off of Mulder's card. 804, though, is going to be a hit off his card. And a 497 is a single. That is a line drive down the left field line. Almost assuredly, Ichiro's going to score. So let's see, second to home, down the left field line, he's going to score. So an RBI single for Randy Wynn. And Randy Wynn on the throw to the plate, I believe, is going to move up. He will advance as a trail runner. So things falling apart a little bit here in the 3rd and 4th innings for Mulder. Brings up Edgar Martinez. Martinez against a lefty is a +5, a -5, so this is off of Martinez's card, 247. That's going to be a fly ball. That's a pop-up to short, and the catch is made by the shortstop. That's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. But Seattle plays 3 more. They now lead 6-2 against the A's here in this rubber match. Played on April 3rd, 2003. Let's see if the A's can come back. This will be Jermaine Dye. It'll be Dye, Durazo, and Terrence Long. 442 against a righty is going to be a fly ball. And that fly ball goes out to right field. Possible error, 195 on the right fielder. That's Ichiro, so there's no error. Ichiro grabs it for out number 1. Arubio Durazo to the plate. This comes off the pitcher card. 734 against a lefty is going to be a walk. So standing at first base is Arubio Durazo. Durazo runs at a +1. So can I keep that in our mind? Terrence Long to the plate. A 10. So Long is a lefty. -3 +4. This will come off Long's card. 469 against a lefty is going to be a line drive. That's hit to center field and caught by the center fielder. We'll see if there's any advancement. Runners at first. It's a 556. So that's no advancement on that low liner to center field. And it's going to bring up Teoscar Hernandez, Ramon Hernandez. Watched the highlights from the World Series Game 2 last night, and Teoscar Hernandez went bombs. That was in my mind. Ramon Hernandez is going to pass this off to the pitcher card. 241 against a righty is going to be another fly ball. This one is popped up to the catcher, and the catcher is going to make the play. That's Ben Davis, and that'll be out number 3. So moving along, top of the 5th inning. It will be Brett Boone, Mike Cameron, Greg Colburn against Mark Mulder. Mulder down 6-2, trying to hold the Seattle offense down, but Seattle breaking out just a little bit. He's going to be a 1-9. The batter is for control. So this is Mulder. 465 against a righty is, a line drive. And that liner goes to right field, and the catch is made. One down in the top of the 5th. With Mike Cameron to the plate. Cameron is a 1-8 for control. It is an 8. 874 off Cameron's card is going to be a base hit, and that'll be a blooper into right center field. The ball is picked up by the right fielder, and he runs at a +2. The right fielder is Jermaine Dye. He's got a -3, and so on that little blooper, I think he's going to try to hustle in for 2. Dye's arm is a -4. 795 is not good. So he's going to slide in safely to second base. Cameron does with a hustle double. Had a couple of those this game. As they're taking advantage of the weaker outfield arms for the Oakland A's. Dye a -4, Long a -3, Burnsy a 0. So just kind of taking advantage of that with their speed. Brings up Greg Colburn. Colburn is 0 for 2. He's got a -1 against lefties. Mulder's a -5, so he's a 1-4 to control. He's not going to. This is off the pitcher. 896 though. Is the ball left out over the plate, and a 0-31. That'll be a base knock. As he hits it hard off the wall in left field, and that's going to be a single. Let's see if the runner scores. Mike Cameron from second on a single. He's a +2. And off the left field wall, that's going to be our choice. The left fielder is Terrence Long. He's got a -3 for his arm. So let's go ahead and try to score. He's going to need a 31 to 100. Already know that. So we have 31 to 100. He'll be out at the plate. Otherwise, he'll be safe. It's a 1,000, and that's not going to be enough. Actually, we pay attention to a 3 of a kind. So where is it? On a throw. Taking extra bases. So if a base runner is safe and the result of the 3 D10 roll is the 3 of a kind, there's a possible error on the throw by the outfielder. So you roll 3 D10 and you do an error check on the outfielder to see if there's an error on the play. There's no error. So Cameron will be safe at home. That's now 7 runs. So safe on the single. Colburn runs at a -1. And he's going to hold. So he'll stay at first base. And it will bring up Jeff Cirillo with 1 out and 1 already in. Don't know how much longer we can stick with Mulder here. But if he can't get out of this mess, then we'll pull him from the game. It is Jeff Cirillo. Cirillo's 2 for 2. He's got a single and a double. Against lefties, he's a +1. So he's a 1-6 to control. This is all Mulder's card. 368. That's going to be a fly ball to, where'd it go? We'll call it shortstop. Pop up to short, and the play is made. Sorry, I forgot what the roll was. So pop up to short, and Mulder is 1 out away from getting through this 5th. He is down 7-2, and he's trying to keep them. Keep Seattle right where they are. A 195 is going to be a ground ball to Ben Davis. And that grounder goes to second. Play is made at second. And let's see what happens on the play. .446 with a runner at first. Should be an out. 4-3 on the put out. And that's the 3rd out of the inning, but here in the 5th, Seattle does get another run. It is now 7-2. Let's go there. And in the bottom of the 5th inning, Piñeiro is going to go back out. He'll face off against Burns and then back to the top of the order. Burnsy gets the jump here, 845 against a righty. Is going to be a base hit. And Eric Burns with a ground ball down the left field line. He runs at a 0. The left fielder is a -1, so we're going to try to hustle in. You can see 31 to 100 is our target here to get Burns. Burns busting it out of the box. He's going to wind up at second base. And the A's are in business here in the 5th. They need some chunk plays here. Be Mark Ellis to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He lined out in his last at bat. He's going to be a 1-11 to control. So this is off the pitcher. 121 is going to be a grounder that goes to second base, I believe. 249. That goes to second base. Possible error. 041. The second baseman is a +3, so no error on the play. Boone, a good fielding second baseman. So ball hit to second, 759 with a runner at second base. That's going to be a 4-3 put out. The runner advances. So now Oakland with a runner at third base and 1 out. Scott Hatteberg to the plate. Hatteberg is 0 for 1. He walked in his first at bat. He's got a 1-14. It is a 14. 256 against a righty is going to be a fly ball. 858. That's a fly ball into center field. The catch is made in center field. And let's check out the advancement. 683, runner at third. Everything is either a go or it is my choice. 683 is my choice. Burnsy runs at a 0. The center fielder has a +2 arm. And I think we got to try to get him home. So we're going to send him against Cameron. Let's give the F8 here. So possibility for a double play. We got a 0 here. That's going to be 21 to 84%. So whatever, that's 63% chance of scoring. So we're going to send Burnsy to the plate. 304 is going to be in there safe, and he scores on the sac fly. Nope, not that. So here, turns into a sac fly to center field. Hatteberg gets it deep enough to drive in Eric Burns from third. It's now 7-3 Seattle. And Miguel Tejada with 2 outs stands in. He's going to be a 1-14 for control. 5-15 is going to be a line drive against a righty. That liner goes to right field, and the play is made in right. That's going to be out number 3 as Ichiro puts it away. Oakland gets one back in the bottom of the 5th. It's now 7-3. I think we're going to get a new pitcher here for Oakland. All right, new pitcher is going to be John Halama, somebody both teams are familiar with. He pitched for Seattle for a while too. Left-handed pitcher. He can go 14 for his stamina, so kind of a long swingman, long reliever guy. He replaces Mulder. Mulder goes 5 innings, gives up 10 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 1 walk and 4 Ks. So let's see, it's 7-3. And Halama will face off against Bloomquist. Bloomquist will be a 1-12. It is a 12. 582 though. Against the lefty is going to be a strikeout. So, comes off Bloomquist's card. Oh. And that's going to lead us to Ichiro. Ichiro 1 for 3. Got his first hit of the day. He's going to control this at bat. A 0-33 is going to be a grounder, and that goes to 269. That's a ground ball to second base as he rolls over one. Possible error though, 0-57. Sorry for these rolls, they're kind of offensive. A +1, it's a 17-27. So no error on the play as Ellis makes the play for out number 2. And that brings up Randy Wynn. Randy Wynn will control the at-bat. 6-23 against a lefty is a strikeout. So John Halama, not a big strikeout pitcher. Only strikes out 9% against righties, 15% against lefties. So he gets 2 Ks as he comes in and shuts down the Mariners in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-3 is our score. And Joel Pinheiro is still in the game. Maybe he's got one more inning in him. Let's see how he does here. Against the lefty, he's a -3. Chavez is a 1-13. So this comes off his card. 925 could be super big trouble. It is. That's going to be a double for Eric Chavez as he hits a fly ball into left center field. That ball is going to be picked up by the left fielder, and no error on the play. So Chavez is going to cruise into second base with a leadoff double, and that will bring up Jermaine Dye. Dye with a couple of flyouts to Ichiro, looking to change his fortune here. This will come off the pitcher. 0-26 is a ground ball. 307, that's going to be a grounder to second. The play is made. And let's see what happens with the runner at second base. 797 is here. Runner at second base, 4-3 on the putout, and the runner advances. So Jermaine Dye hits it to the right side, moves the runner along. Chavez is at third, and Arubio Durazo is to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. Durazo against righties is a +5. Pinheiro a -3, so he's a 1-12 to control. 271 is going to be a fly ball from Durazo. It's a fly ball into center field. Possible error, 174. Center fielder is a 0, so no error on the play. So my camera makes the catch. And let's see about sending. Durazo's a +1. Well, let's see if he has to go. Let's see what our options are. Third base, 0-15, center field. That is a go. So Durazo is going. They're sending him, and we got to play at the plate. This will be Mike Cameron, who throws at a +2. Durazo runs at a +1, so this is all going to be on Durazo. A 934. Mike Cameron up to the challenge as he guns down a Rubio Durazo at the plate. We're going to go 8-2 on the putout, and that's out number 3. So a double play, fly ball to center field, and Mike Cameron gets his man at the plate, and that's going to be out of the inning. Joel Pinheiro gives him a high five as he comes in, and that'll be Pinheiro's last inning, I believe. And we head to the top of the 7th inning, still 7-3, Seattle over Oakland. Nice play from Mike Cameron as he throws out a Rubio Durazo at the plates. John Halama goes back out for his 2nd inning. He'll face Edgar Martinez, Brett Boone, and Mike Cameron. Martinez +5. Halama is +2, so he's a 1-17 for control. 598 comes off the batter card, and 598 is going to be into his walk range. So Edgar Martinez with a huge walk range. He walks 23%. 23% of plate appearances are a walk against a left-hander for Edgar Martinez. That's ridiculous. All right. So we got Brett Boone to the plate. Booney is 1 for 3, but he does have an RBI. This will come off his card. A 105 is a grounder, and that's going to be a ground ball to first. Pickup is made, and let's see about the play. 980, ground ball to first. 980 is going to be a 3-1 put out, and the runner advances. So tough break there. Couldn't get the double play. We do get the out at first, and the runner's going to advance on the fielder's choice. So a runner in scoring position again for Seattle. Mike Cameron to the plate, who made a great defensive play. He is going to get control of the at-bat. A 732 is going to be into his walk range, just at the top of his walk range. So Halama having a hard time here. He does walk lefties more than righties. So Greg Colburn to the plate with 2 on and 1 out. One pitch could get him out of this one, though. Colburn, this is going to come off of the pitcher's card. A 709 against a righty is another walk. So that will load the bases. And maybe it's time for another pitcher. What they need is Chad Bradford, who against righties has a 70% ground ball percentage. They're in need of a ground ball. And it's Jeff Cirillo to the plate. Cirillo, mostly a fly ball hitter, looks like. So it's going to be a little bit of strength on strength. And we'll see who wins this matchup. So it'll be Chad Bradford. Bradford, famously part of the Moneyball book. Weird looking thrower of the baseball, but effective. So 0.1, no hits. We'll see if there's any runs. He had 3 walks. Faced just 4 batters. So walked 3 of the 4 batters. Oh, I'm sorry. He went in for 1.1. And he had 2 strikeouts. Okay. And he faced 7. Okie doke. Chad Bradford into the game. Big moment in the 7th inning. Bases loaded. 1 out. And Oakland desperately in need of a ground ball. They're not going to get it here as this comes off of the pitcher card. But it's a 940 and Bradford leads one out over the plate. It's a 0-71 against a righty. That's going to be a base hit. And that'll be a line drive into left center field. And that's going to be picked up by the center fielder. So single into center field. It's going to score this run for sure. So 1 run is in, and Cameron runs at a +2. Oh, wrong sheet. So does Cameron score? Left center field. It is our choice. The center fielder is the one who picked up the ball, so that's Burnsy. His arm is just a 0. So that's going to be all on him. And that's a 101 to 210 to throw him out at the plate. Cameron coming around third, busting it. 617 is not going to be in time. And scoring from second base is going to be Mike Cameron. So a 2 RBI single. And we'll see if the trail runners advance on the play. Colburn is a -1. And so we figure him first. So -1 is going to be a hold. If he holds, nobody else can go. So 2 RBI single from Jeff Cirillo, and he's just had a monster series. Good game here. He is 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. And Ben Davis stands in. Still 1 out, 2 on, 2 in for Seattle. This is going to come off the pitcher, a 178. That's exactly what he needed, which is a ground ball. The grounder goes to the pitcher, I believe. 971. Ground ball goes to the pitcher, and the pitcher makes the play. Let's see what happens on the play. First and second. It is a 261 to the pitcher. 261 to the pitcher. First and second is going to be a 1-4. Grounded into double play chance. So we have to look at the batters grounded into double play. This is Ben Davis is grounded into double play as a 0. So then we look here on this chart for the grounded into double play. We look at 0 and see if he made it or not. 670 is going to be in the green. The green says it's a double play. And so we go 1 to 4 to 3 on the double play. And clutch there from Bradford as he turns and makes a good throw for out number 2. Over to first for out number 3. And he limits the damage to just 2 runs. So it's now 9-3. Seattle over Oakland. We're going to get a new pitcher for the Mariners. New pitcher is Giovanni Carrara. He's a right-hander, can go 6 batters. He had 38, 40 innings, 39 innings on the year, and he'll be facing off against Terrence Long, Hernandez, and Burns, bottom of the order. He replaces Joel Pinheiro. Pinheiro 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. This comes off of Carrera's card. And that's going to be a 769. 769 is going to be a hit. 305 against a righty. That's going to be a base hit. That'll be a blooper down the left field line for Terrence Long as he just reaches out and pokes it down the line. Into left field. Left field is a -1, so he's going to try for 2 on this one. And Randy Wynn with a 0 arm. 101 to 210. He's going to get his man at second, and the throw is not in time. So Terrence Long with a hustle double as he pokes that one down the line in left. So runner at second base and nobody out. Leadoff double from Terrence Long. Brings up Ramon Hernandez. Hernandez is going to get control of this at bat. And this will be a 244. That's going to be a fly ball. That goes out to center field. Center field. Center field 529. The catch is made in center by Mike Cameron. And see if there's any runner advancement on the play. 430. Oh, wrong chart. Center field runner at second base. 430, that's going to be my choice. In center field, Cameron throws at a +2. Our guy runs at a +1. You know, he's going to try for it. He's going to try to tag up. We're going to have a play at third. The throw, 192. Oh, man, he's right in there. Just ahead of the throw. Good throw from Cameron. Good slide from Terrence Long. And he is going to advance on the fly ball. So runner at third base with 1 out now. And that brings up Burnsy to the plate. Burns with a double on his last at bat. He's going to be a 1-12 for control. So this is off his card. 186 is going to be a fly ball. That goes out to right field. 572 is caught by Ichiro. And let's see, +1. What do we have? Fly ball to right. Runner at third base. So 878 is here. And that's going to be my choice. Ichiro throws at a +6. So we have basically the same odds. It'll be on Terrence Long to try to score. He's going to go for it. They're aggressive on the base paths, and so he's going to try to score from third. 803. Oh, he's just in there. Ichiro with a good throw, but just a hair late, and that's going to be a sac fly. As Terrence Long gets around the bases and scores a run for Oakland. It's now 9-4. And Mark Ellis to the plates. It's off the pitcher. 818. Again, it's a hit off the pitcher's card. 471 is a base hit. That's going to be off the wall in left field as he rips one. And that'll be a single for Mark Ellis. So he just about puts a hole in the left field wall. Brings up Scott Hatteberg with 1 on. With 1 on and 2 out here in the top of the or bottom of the 7th. 920 is going to come off of the batter card. That's right at his single range. And that's going to be a blooper into right center field. The ball's picked up by the center fielder Cameron. Ellis runs at a +2, going first to third, aggressive into right center field. That's going to be an automatic advance. So Hatteberg with the bloop single. We're going to go out and do a mound visit. That gives him a +1. Doesn't matter. This comes off of Tejada's card, 855. 855 is going to be another base hit. And this one is a 13. Line drive into right center field, picked up by Ichiro. So that's going to score the runner from third. Hatteberg is a -3. So -3 into right center field. That's my choice. I'm not going to run on Ichiro. I am going to replace this pitcher, though, who is not being very effective here. So let me do that. Right into the game is Arthur Rhodes. Rhodes is a stopper, really. So we got one out. We have two on, and runners at first and second, and Arthur Rhodes to the plate. Two already in for Oakland and threatening for more. Rhodes can go 3 for his stamina, and he'll be facing off against Chavez. Chavez doubled in his last at bat, but got thrown out at the plate. Let's see what that is. 16 is going to be off of Rhodes' card. Yeah, they're even up. 348 for Rhodes against a lefty is going to be a fly ball. That goes out to right field. Caught by Ichiro in right. That's out number 2. Let's see about runner advancement. 239 to a right fielder. That's going to be my choice. I don't really see a reason to challenge him, so we're not going to do that. So Chavi flies out, but not far enough. And it's going to bring up Jermaine Dye. A 3 is going to go toward Jermaine Dye. A 954, that's big trouble. That's going to be a base hit, and that will be a line drive to right field. And that's going to score, well, we'll see if it scores. Hatteberg. Hatteberg is pretty slow. Second to home, they're aggressive. Hatteberg is a -3. So right field, right to right field is going to be a hold. Yeah, so it's going to be a hold. So we're going to have bases loaded with 2 outs and a Rubio Durazo to the plate. It's getting tough around here. 7 is going to go toward Durazo. 790. Oh, it's just into the walk range. Wow. 790. Durazo's going to take a walk. That's going to be an RBI. As Arthur Rhodes walks in, a bases loaded, or walks in a run. And with 3 runs, it's now 9-6. So, and Arthur Rhodes officially is at 0. We're going to do a mound visit, so he'll come up to a +1. Just have a chance at Terrence Long. 7th inning, going quite a bit longer than they hoped for originally. This is going to come off of Arthur Rhodes' card. A 489 against a lefty is going to be a strikeout, and he strikes out the man who started everything. Terrence Long started the inning off with a double, and that's going to end the inning, but they do score 3 runs. They leave the bases loaded, and Arthur Rhodes will stay there. He obviously will be coming out, but he does come in and get the job done. He gives up two runs, and Rhodes gives up 1. So 2 here, and he's going to give up 1. So we can close the book on Arthur Rhodes, I guess. 0.2, he gave up 1 hit. Oh, he had a strikeout. One, two, three, 4 batters. Okay. So there he goes. And Halama gave up 2. We can close him out. All right, so to the top of the 8th inning we go. It's now so 5, 6, 8, 9 to 6, 9-6, and this one's turning into an American League game here. let's do Bradford against Bloomquist, and then we'll see who we can bring in. Maybe Rincon. So Bradford will start the inning against a righty, Bloomquist. He's a -3. Bloomquist is a -1, so that makes him a 1-6 to control the at-bat. He does, but it's a 0-51, so this would be a ground ball. 317 is going to be a grounder to second base, and the play is made at second for a 4-3 putout. And that's going to be it for Chad Bradford, as we're going to bring in Rincon, the lefty specialist, to get Ichiro. So Bradford goes 1 full inning, 1 hit, no runs. It'll be Rincon, who has a stamina of 4. He'll come in to face off against Ichiro, and we'll see about Win. He'll turn Win around to face the lefty. So Ichiro is a 6. So he's a 1-14 to control. So this is off his card. 143. It's going to be another ground ball. 588. Grounder to short. And that's picked up by the shortstop, Tejada. Good throw to first. And that'll be out number 2. Ichiro continues his early season struggles. He did have a hit today, but just 1 for 5. And that brings up Randy Wynn. Wynn is a +4 against lefties. And that makes him a 6, +6. 1-16 to control. He does control. 298 though is going to be a fly ball. And that goes to left field. The catch is made in left. And Rincon comes in and takes care of the business in the 8th. Holds so 1-2. Holds them scoreless in the 8th, and we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We need a new pitcher for these guys. Let's go with Mateo again for the 3rd straight day. And the pathway here is going to be Mateo to Soriano. So he's a 7. 9-6 is our score. Ramon Hernandez to the plate. This comes off Mateo's card. 170 is going to be a fly ball against a righty. That fly ball goes to second base. So it's a pop up to second. No problem for Booney at second as he makes the catch. And that'll be out number 1. Got the fastball in on him, jammed him a little bit. Brings up Bernsey to the plate. Bernsey against a righty is a +2 against a -2, so even Steven. This off Burns' card. 14 is going to be a grounder. And that grounder goes to first base. No problem at first base for Colburn, as he's going to take it to the bag himself. That'll be out number 2. And Mark Ellis to the plate. Ellis is 1 for 4. This is going to come off Mateo's card. 283 will be a fly ball against a righty. That's hit out to left field. And 777, we don't have anything like that for error checks. So fly ball to left. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Mateo. And we head to the top of the 9th. We're going to replace Rincon. Again, we're going to go the route of Keith Folk, see if he can just hold things and give Oakland a chance. So Folk. Rincon goes 1 inning, had a 1-2-3 inning. very uneventful. And Folk is coming in against Edgar Martinez, Brett Boone, and Mike Cameron. Folk is going to have the advantage here. A 245 against a righty is a fly ball. It's popped up to the shortstop. The shortstop is Tejada, and he's going to be there to catch it for out number 1 in short left field. Brett Boone to the plate. Booney, a double and an RBI in this one. It is a 3. 5 against a righty is going to be a 1-14. So this is off of Boone's card. 839 is going to be a single against a right-hander. That's an infield hit for Brett Boone. Second hit of the day. And that's going to bring up Mike Cameron. Cameron is going to get the advantage here with a roll of a 1. 180 off of Cameron's card will be a fly ball. That fly ball is hit out to left field and caught in left by Terrence Long. And let's see about the runner advancement. Runner at first base, hit to left field. There's a couple of auto advances. 315, this is not one of them, so that's a hold. And the runner will hold at first base. And that brings up Greg Colburn. Colburn with a base knock and an RBI in this game. He's not going to get the advantage here. 741 against a righty is going to be a strikeout. Keith Folk with a really big strikeout range to expect from a closer. And he shuts down the Seattle offense as they strand a runner at third base, or at first base. Folk with a 30% K percentage against lefties, 22 against righties, which puts them at 25 or so. All right, closer time. Rafael Soriano coming in to close this one. 9-6 is our score. And Soriano got the save in game 2. Mateo goes 1 inning, perfect inning. No walks, no strikeouts. And last chance saloon here for the Oakland A's. They got the heart of the order coming up. It's not going to be an easy save. Got Hatterberg, Tejada, and Chavez. Against the lefties, Soriano's -3 and a +6, so 1-13. So this comes off the batter card. 461 against a righty is a line drive. That liner goes out to left field. Possible error on the play, 049. The left fielder is a 0, and a 28-91 is an error. So that is going to be an error on the left fielder, Randy Wynn. So we'll go E7. And the 9th inning starts off with an error in left, as he can't handle the line drive. And that puts Hatterberg at first. Tejada to the plate. Tejada is going to be a 1-13 to control. He does a 13. A 993, wouldn't you know? Tejada gets a hold of one off of Soriano. And this is going to be a fly ball down the line in right field. And that's going to be out of here for a 2-run jack for Tejada, and that tightens the shirt collar quite a bit. That's going to get us to a 1-run ball game. And it's now 9-8 as Oakland looking to put together a comeback here. 3 in the 7th got them back in the game, and Soriano trying to close this one out against Chavez. Got no outs, 2 already in. And Chavez is going to be a 1-13. So this comes off the pitcher. 959 though is going to be a hit off the pitcher's card. A 125 is a base knock, and that's going to be a line drive down the right field line. Chavez runs at a 1. The right fielder is Suzuki, so not going to try any funny business there. And Suzuki gets over there quickly and gets the ball back in. Chavez on board. He is the tying run. The winning run is at the plate, and Jermaine Dye with a 1-6. He does control. 502 against a righty is going to be a fly ball. That goes to center field. 348, that's a catch in center field. So that'll be the first out of the inning. Let's see about the runner advancement. Just one time where you have to go. 654 is going to be a no-go at first. So not a deep fly ball. And that's going to bring Rubio Durazo to the plate. Durazo is going to get control of the at-bat, but it's a 121. That'll be a ground ball. And that is hit to second base. Picked up by the second baseman. Uh, 774, we got a runner at first and hit to the second baseman. 774, that's a 4-6 double play chance. So we need to look at our second baseman. Second baseman is Brady Boone. His double play rating is a 3. And so we're going to go to our chart here, our double play chart. 1 to 3 is here, so 361 to 710. That'll be a double play. Oh, it's a 130. So fielder's choice, all they get is the runner at second base, and this game extends. So we're going to go 4-6 on the fielder's choice. And that brings up Terrence Long with a stamina of 0. Let's take a mound visit, and we'll at least give him a shot here. So 2 outs. Should be 2. 2 outs. Runner at first. Winning run is at the plate in the presence of Terrence Long. His best slugging is against right-handed pitching, so he's got a chance here, but he's not going to control this at bat. It'll be the pitcher. 391 against a lefty is a line drive. That's a liner to second base, and 202, possible error on the second baseman. The second baseman is Booney. He's a 3, so that's no error on the play. And Terrence Long hits it hard, but he hits it right to Brett Boone at second base, and that's going to be your ball game as Soriano comes in, gives up 2 runs in the 9th, but they hang on for the 1-run victory. It'll be 3-6-9, 3-6-8. So a 9-8 victory for Oakland as both teams turn on the offense a little bit in this one. And we've had a couple of good, well-pitched games in the first 2, but spigots opened on Sunday afternoon. So let me put this on hold and I'll come back with the totals. All right, back with our totals. It is 9-8, and Seattle takes this 3-game set 2-1 in this rubber match between Seattle and Oakland to open up the 2003 baseball season. 9 runs on 12 hits, 1 error for Seattle. 8 runs on 12 hits and no errors for Oakland. Good game had by many. Randy Wynn with a couple of hits and an RBI. Suzuki gets his first base hit of the game, of the season, sorry. Here, Jeff Cirillo goes 3 for 4, has 3 RBIs, a double and a couple of singles. 2-run homer for Ben Davis. And Pinheiro goes 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. He left the game with a lead and he never lost it, so he's going to get the win. And this guy is going to get a hold, and this guy is going to get a save. The loss is going to go to Mark Mulder, who goes 5 innings, gives up 10 hits and 7 runs. They couldn't quite get back into the game for him, but almost. So that is the end of this series. We'll play some more between these two teams and just kind of get to know them. This is from the 2003 Precision Baseball set, and you can purchase that at clarkandaddisongaming.com. You can get it today, $12. That's all it costs. You get over 1,900 player cards. You get all of the things that you've seen in these videos, plus some of the things I haven't shown you really very much. You get these really nice cards or I guess sheets for the for each of the stadiums. You get 30 stadiums plus an extra one because Montreal played in Puerto Rico for 20 or so, 25 games. And then, so you'll get that Puerto Rican stadium as well. And then you'll get this play mat and lots of different other things. You can go check it out. Other videos I have where I've shown you all the different game pieces and game parts and components and things like that. But just wanted to kind of get a full play game out there so you can see about how long it takes. You could probably shave 10% off of whatever the finish time for this game is. And then that'll probably give you a good estimate because things just tend to move a little bit slower when you're doing recording and stuff like that. So go ahead and check it out. 2023 is also out, so there's 2 seasons of this game. And I'll continue to produce more. Everyone seems to really like the game. And so if you purchase the game and then you get the prompt to leave a review, that would be great. That's just there for people who want to purchase the game. It makes me feel good if it's a good review, but be honest. And, you know, if there's some shortcomings in the game that you just need to be better, you can either email me at clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com, or you can just leave it in the review. It's okay. When a reviewer leaves a review, that's to help other people who are deciding whether they want to purchase the game or not. This is a PDF only game. You will have to print everything. None of this comes printed for you, and it is not print and play or anything like that. So it's just it's a printed a PDF that you're going to get a download of immediately. You don't have to wait, and so you can get right into the game. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comments section. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, then make sure you click on subscribe. Especially if you find yourself coming back to my channel, watching multiple videos, you'll get posted when new videos, or you'll get notified when new videos are posted. That's what you'll do. And so just let me know what you think about the game, what you think about this game, any thoughts on Seattle Oakland. Love these teams. I remember them very well, and this is very, very cool to be able to experience them again here on the tabletop. If you want to tell somebody else about this game, feel free to share the link to the website. Tell them all about how much fun you're having with this game, or help them to quell their fears when they see how detailed it is and how long the games last. And just tell them, you know, you're like in baseball. You know, you're really making baseball decisions. It feels like baseball. And as you watch me play, I'm doing a lot of these things sort of very quickly. That's just what happens when I've been playing the game for 2 years. So as you play the game more, then you'll get a little bit faster at figuring things out and just saying, okay, that's not even worth checking for an error, that kind of stuff. So just, you know, stick with it and you'll get better at playing it and faster at playing it. You should be around an hour to an hour and 15 minutes for a game, as long as, you know, this is a little bit different because they were hitting the ball all over the place. So it takes a little longer whenever, you know, it's not a pitcher's duel, but the game does move pretty quickly for as much detail as there is in the game. All right. I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.